Everybody, and welcome to Late Night Football. Welcome to another transfer reaction show. And I just did my first reel slash short video, reel on Facebook, Instagram, shorts on YouTube. So if you haven't seen it, do check it out. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. Of course, always happy to hear about it. But we're back with our transfer reaction show. And big news just coming out now in that Timo Werner could depart Chelsea, and Juventus have been mentioned as a potential destination. A lot of talk about Juventus today, by the way. Sometimes you have these days, sometimes Barcelona, sometimes Manchester United. It's Juventus's day to day, it would seem. But yeah, that's the news that's coming out is that Timo Werner could join Juventus. Allegri is interested in him, especially if Alvaro Morata, that deal does not happen because there's still in negotiations with the Atletico for that one, but there's a possibility that might not happen. So Werner has been mentioned. It was also part of talks when Juventus were trying to sell the league to Chelsea. Chelsea also tried to include him in the move for Nordi Mukiele. So it looks like Chelsea are trying to offload Werner, and it looks like Juventus are interested in bringing him to their team. So, well, first of all, talk from the Chelsea side. It's an interesting one because, to be honest, what are the options if Werner leaves? I think Chelsea a lot on very short on forward options. They don't have a lot of forward options. So what are the options that they have in the market right now? I don't think there's a lot of players that they can bring in. I mean, Broja is already there, but is he really that? Is he ready to shoulder that burden of being one of the forward options? I'm not sure. I know some Chelsea fans would probably want him to be given a chance, but I don't think he's the kind of player that you. I mean, he's the kind of player you bring in and you nurture through. You don't just throw him in the deep end and go, well, you're one of our four or five forward options this season, which is what he would become if Werner left. You then have going outside of Chelsea because I don't think Sterling is a consistent goal scorer. I don't think Havertz, Mount, Pulisic, Batshuayi, I don't think these guys you can rely on them to score goals. So you've got to look outside, and then you're thinking who's available. Sesco is someone who's been linked, who's been mentioned a lot for a lot of big clubs, but it's very pricey for the type of player that he is. He's very pricey. Victor Osimhen will be expensive as well, probably going to cost him 70 to 80 million pounds. But in Kunku, who Leipzig don't want to sell this summer, so that doesn't happen. And then you're going into players like Kamaka would have been a good signing, but he's gone. So you've then got to look at maybe like Jonathan David. I mean, I'm Canadian, so I'm always partial, but maybe he's a punt. He's worth a gamble at the right price. Maybe Jonathan David would be an option. Other than that, you really kind of looking at players like Calvert-Lewin or Jamie Vardy. I mean, he's too old. I don't think you can look at him. Patson Daka would be difficult to get out of Leicester. Antonio probably is too old as well. So, and these are not names that have been linked with Chelsea, but I'm just trying to think of what are some good strikers that Chelsea could sign at this point, realistically. There's not a lot of options out there. I don't think Anthony would be someone, but again, Anthony's pricey as well, and he's not really an out-and-out striker. So you're really kind of you're kind of struggling with names to come up with to kind of find Chelsea. So I think what Chelsea need to look at, obviously the price is right, then Chelsea should sell him. But if the price is something that's negotiable, then you've got to look at probably getting a striker first before you try and sell Werner. So maybe Chelsea already have a forward option in mind. I'm not sure. But let me know in the comments, who do you think would be a good option for Chelsea? Because I'm trying to think of names. So let me know who you think Chelsea should go for. But I think if Chelsea get 40 million pounds for Werner, I think that's a good deal too, and that's a deal that they should do. I don't know if that's the amount that has been mentioned. I think some have been talking about a loan move. I don't think loaning Werner out is the answer. I think that would just be a waste of time if they tried to do that because a loan move doesn't really make sense for him because that would just make it absolutely pointless because then he's going to go away for a season. They're not going to get any money for him, and if they don't get any money for him, then all they're doing is they basically just deferring. They're not going to be able to sign a forward, or they might have to spend money on a forward without actually getting rid of one, and then it becomes a whole cycle. So I think from Chelsea's point of view, they've got to look to sell him or keep him. Like loan doesn't really make sense. That's just my opinion, of course. So 40 million pounds is good. 35 million pounds sounds about right. I think anything less than that, Chelsea should probably just say no. That's just my opinion, or at least wait until they can get a player in before they try and sell Werner. I don't think they'll get the full money that they that they paid for him initially. I don't think they'll get that back anyway for him. I don't think it's worked out for him, but that's just my opinion there. For Juventus, I think they should. Yeah, it would be a good deal. They do need strikers. They are light as well up top. They've lost Dybala, so they don't need to replace him. And I think very interesting signing. He's got the pace, so he's got technical ability. He's got pace, so he's a good player that way. Can he do the job that Juventus need? Can he score goals regularly? He struggles scoring goals in Premier League, and Serie A is more difficult for strikers than the Premier League, to be honest. So can he score goals in that league? It's hard to say, but I mean, he has scored goals for Leipzig, so maybe Serie A will be easier for him. Maybe the pace might be a little bit easier for him. I'm not sure, but that's something we'll have to see more in detail. But I think obviously Juventus, they like to do deals like this where they can get players on cheap. So I'm sure they'll be interested in that, and we'll have to see how he fits in and how he slots in. But anything 35, I think 35, if they can get him for anything less than 40 million pounds, I think that's a good deal for Juventus to do. 35 million pounds would be ideal. Anything less than 35 is probably an ideal deal. 35 is probably about right for both parties. Anything less than 35, I think Juventus should start to snap him up there. But I'm sure they'll try to do a loan. I think Juventus probably try to do a loan, just the way Juventus operate. I think they'll try to do a loan for him. But one to keep an eye on, of course. Let me know in the comments. What do you think? If you're a Juventus fan, what do you think about Werner joining Juventus? Do you think Juventus need him? How do you see him sorting in? If you're a Chelsea fan, let me know what you think about this move. And would you want to see him go? Would you want to see him stay? I think he should stay, but what the Chelsea fans think, would love to hear from you, of course. Remember to smash a like on this video and do subscribe to our channel on YouTube, as well as follow us on Facebook. Always appreciate your support. We're getting close to 800 followers on Facebook, so try and help us cross that milestone. We really, really appreciate it. And of course, we are doing videos quite regularly, so you will get notified as they drop. So do remember to follow us and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.